Welcome back, friends, to the Homestead. So I wanted to explain why I haven't been uploading on my regular schedule. It has been an all hands on deck getting this house ready. Special thanks out to my folks who my dad and my mom both came out and helped watch the baby. Dad designed the deck and all that. Jariah has been a big help. Mrs. W has just been, well, you know how hardworking Midwestern women are. Jack and everyone. So I wanted to give you guys a tour. I'm going to show you a little before and after. It's amazing how my dad put it when I was growing up. It's amazing what you can get done when you have to. And we kind of felt like, you know, that was the case with this. So let's show you a before. So here, I'll put in a picture of before. This will be the east side and the after, and then we'll walk around and show you all the stuff, and we actually go inside as well. So let's come off the mothership here and we'll just get it done. As you saw from the previous video on this side, of course, we painted the house, and a lot of folks were asking about that color. It's, what was it, a Benjamin Moore, I think it was Benjamin Moore Black Panther. We did all the trim and then rebuilt the deck. We planted a whole bunch of flowers with purple on this side here to kind of cover up those pier pads, but the lattice and the rails and everything, I thought it turned out pretty good. This was my dad's design. Kind of makes it a little mountain peaks, you know, to go with the mountain theme here. Very nice. Jariah mixed up a really interesting formula of apple cider vinegar as well as steel wool, and all that new lumber, the pieces that we replaced, they look a lot nicer. Well, we'll see this side over here. So painted everything, pressure washed all the cedar siding. Even though this siding is really old, it just looks like new and it just smells wonderful. And just a lot of detail stuff, little things that I'd put off, like door trims and weather stripping, and I put new lights. This is the old one, but I put new lights and did things properly. You know, I had this bolted on the outside and it was sitting at an angle with the slope of the siding. Little trick my dad showed me: take a little piece of cedar, you know, and a little block right there and recess that into the siding. It looks a lot nicer. But having this rail here really has changed everything. It hems it all in. We got rid of those stairs over there that never looked quite right. Rebuilt the stairs on this side. But oh, of course, the dollar has special thanks to my my in-laws. Gave us this beautiful large-sized dollar hest here. They have one at their house as well, and I've always admired it, and we finally got that hung up, but really turned out nice. Just beautiful, beautiful job. So let's go over to the north side, which is probably one of the more striking sides. Right here, I'll splice in the before. You can see how dark the siding was. This is the north side here, and just freshened everything up. It just looks so much better, especially with that trim color. And I changed the light over here. So we pressure washed, or Jariah pressure washed all of the deck, and that really helped. That was looking a little bit scrubby, but much, much nicer. Replaced the all of the fixtures with LEDs, and those are on photocells, so they come on at dusk, and that's kind of nice. One problem we had over here was when the house was originally remodeled, they put T111 siding on there, and I'm not sure why. Maybe they couldn't match the old cedar. So we didn't really know what to do with that. It's not the nicest siding, so we just made it the trim color, and we're calling it an accent wall. How's that? So I had Juan, my painter, we did an oil-based varnish on the corners on the cedar, which looks kind of nice as well. So that turned out good. I didn't know how that was going to look, but that's going to look pretty nice. Put a proper propane tank in and got all that plumbed up, so now we have propane in the house that'll last for a long time. Up on the top there, the dormers, we fixed a bunch of the cedar shakes, painted everything, the knee braces, just a huge difference. This is the south side. We rebuilt the rockery, which was kind of falling down, and I had Mrs. W and my mom filled that up with the yellow flowers, so those will all probably triple in size, so that will be really nice. And this is the sunny side, so they should grow really well. Of course, there was a lot of prep in the trim. It was in pretty bad shape because of all the sun damage, so we repaired all of that and fixed the shingles, the shakes, painted the door. I also built a little step right here. The siding was kind of broken. I replaced this door. We put a new fiberglass door in and got that in. These are the new lights. They're not super fancy, but there was a 2-pack at Costco, and they were real. It's like $32 for both of them, and they're nice little LED lights. I think they look okay. We had to repair the roof. up there. Let's see if I can get back here and see if you can see that. Right up there, Jariah, bless him, when we had the old wood stove when we bought the place was in the basement. That's why you can see right there on that brow, there's a little notch there. The stainless steel chimney pipe went up there and it was actually sticking through the roof. You probably remember it, there was a section of it. So Jariah went up there and patched all that up, and we got the correct shingles. Fortunately, they sold them at a local lumber yard, and so we got those matched up, and he wove those in there, and that looks a whole lot better. Really nice to get that all done. I also got the well all wrapped up. We're actually on the new well water, which is really nice. It's so cold when it comes out of the ground that it frosts the glass. Way better than our old well. And got the hand pump all done. We got the electrical inspector and the plumber, got all that signed off, and finally got that hole buried in. And yesterday I got put another 10 yards of gravel and got this all graded out so it looks a lot nicer. But it's nice to get that well all done and that all wrapped up. That was something I had been putting off for a long time, for what reason I don't know. Not only have we been working on the house, but of course all the outbuildings as well. So there was a lot of finishing up little electrical details and, you know, just all those little odds and ends that just add up. You know, you think when you do major remodels, you think that last bit's, you know, the 10% they call it. It's actually 50, it feels like 50% sometimes. So all this is all sorted out, and all those issues of the yard work alone, my goodness, we've been mowing and weed trimming and getting everything picked up and limbed up from the winter. Let's head inside. We did a whole bunch of stuff in there. It's looking pretty nice as well. We'll give you just a quick tour on that. Okay, we've got the wide angle going. So it was just a lot of little paint touching up, little electrical issue. Lights out, of course. Let's go into Mrs. W's office. Hello. Can we have a tour? Ooh, I like those lights. Whose idea was that?
Yours. Someone really loves the lights.
So, are you as tired as I am?
I'm dog tired. I am exhausted.
I've heard the term, you can work yourself to death. I never really knew what that meant, but I really feel weary.
Yeah.
Almost like I need a couple days off here.
I do too.
Okay, can you give us a tour? What do we do in your office here?
Well, this is my office, and we didn't actually do very much in here except for straighten it up.
Well, I don't know about you, but I remember drywalling the closet.
We drywalled the closet, which is a problem because that is where everything was stored, and so everything came out and was in the office, like all around. So
I made them. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I made the mistake of not nailing and drywalling all the closets, you know, so they were left, and none of the base was done. So, you know, all of that remodeling, you have to break out every tool you own. You've got your finished tools, you've got drywall, mudding, you got to float everything out, the painting, the trim. So we got that done, which is really nice. All the electrical plugs, we had the bone, you know, from the original, so we changed all the plugs and switches out to the right color, and just a lot of little touchy and fiddly things. Yeah. But it looks so nice in here, baby.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
You've done a good job. That's a tiny space.
In here.
Show us the entry closet. The entry closet also was one of those things. The only thing left, I think, is the closet pole.
Yeah.
And I got those
too. Got first things first, safety first.
Oh my goodness, yeah, look at that. Yeah.
It's really nice.
So this wasn't nailed, it was all raw framing, so we did the drywall on that and the baseboards and got that done, and I'll put the closet pole in.
And it was really funny because, so I primed and painted both of the closets, and afterwards Jack was like, this looks really good. And I'm like, well, half painted on like all the other remodels and all the other houses before, so quite experienced.
With the bookcases, Mrs. W has a fondness for books. We've been weeding a lot of those out.
Yes.
I heard someone say that if your television is bigger than your bookcase, you might want to reevaluate your life. Is there any truth to that?
What television?
Kitchen. Jack, what have you been working on?
Well, I made crepes this morning.
Jack comes
cleaning up
from a long line of restaurateurs. Your granddad and his granddad also owned restaurants, and Jack loves to cook. So he's kind of been...
And my mom had a catering business.
Oh, yeah, and both sides, yeah.
And your sister?
The double deal. So in the kitchen was pretty much done. We just did all the paint touch-ups and just little electrical odds and ends and such, and you know, all that sort of thing. How about, the coup de grace? Can you show us the cold room?
Oh, yeah, I was like, what? Don't make me open my pantry yet. Ta-da! The mudroom is clean.
Oh man, I've never seen it like this before.
Yeah, it's real. We got rid of the things that we were no longer using because somebody else can use them, which is nice to be able to share. But then we also just wanted a play area that was nice and clean.
So can you tell everyone
everything?
Tell everyone why we call it the cold room?
When we first moved in here, we could not afford a refrigerator, and so this is where we put all of our things because we didn't heat it. And so in the winter, unless you heat it, it gets very cold. It's a separate heating system than the rest of the house.
So for me, Mrs. W has been arranging and putting things away. I had to finish all the baseboards. Of course, we put the new door in, trimming the windows. You know, there's all those just myriad of little things that that you just leave behind. You know, we had to build a custom little door for the root cellar down below because it was an odd height. And, you know, we always choose weird properties and weird houses, and we're kind of those people.
I guess maybe we're a little odd too, huh? We're not exactly like cookie cutter kind of people.
I know our parents think so.
Yeah, exactly. But that was like big enough we could do gymnastics. Cody, let's see your cartwheel.
I don't do cartwheels. I couldn't do them when I was in my prime.
Oh.
I'm certainly not going to try it now. Sweet Loaf was asking me to do a somersault on the trampoline.
Yeah, how'd it go?
I demurred. All right, let's go into the office.
Okay.
Or show us your laundry room. We got that all based and trimmed as well. Nice.
Complete with dirty laundry.
Very nice. That looks awesome. Got a little carpet patch to do down there.
It's not quite 100%, but it's getting close. And then the office.
So this is my office, and
Jack and Cody are in here together. This is where the magic happens.
that's it. There's
Yep,
there's the there's Eddie.
And this is where the intern is Jack. He's learning how to make videos as well.
Yes. Yep. Jack's doing videos and his streaming setup, and I like to edit in the dark, so that's why we have those heavy curtains. Mrs. W calls me a mole sometimes,
Yes,
but
that's right.
I don't like the reflection
I
off
just don't understand it.
the deal. Gun safes, we got those all, fire extinguishers all mounted, everything done properly, put up. Oh, bathroom. That was a full, updated the bathroom. We still have to do curtains on it, but did the tile. Nice, huh?
We do live here.
Subway tiles and just pretty basic. Nothing extraordinary here, but way better.
Nice, cute, and clean.
Yep, nice, cute, and clean. That's a good way to put it. And what else is there? Do we dare go upstairs? Should we save that for next time?
Come on, let's do it all.
Also, all the
Although
we had to finish all the stairs. We
We
replaced.
said we were never going to show the upstairs.
Well, we might as well.
Okay.
We replaced all of the crummy old carpet and stuff with nice clear fur stairs and beadboard paneling, handrails, all Douglas fir. New flooring we put up here.
Jack's room.
This is Jack's room. Jariah and I are just finishing up the baseboards, so replacing all the old style trim with the new trim and some painting touch-ups. Up here,
The wee one's bedroom.
Sweet Love's room, same thing. We're just doing touch-ups and baseboards and just painting all the old woodwork and fixtures.
Our bedroom.
Master, not much to do in here. I think it's pretty well done. The final thing that we're gonna have finished, and I'll show you that after when we get done, is the last, full master bathroom remodel.
It is totally cosmetic. We're leaving everything in place. We're doing, right? I mean, it's just cosmetic.
Yeah, it was a little dated from the 90s, and so stripped everything out, basically gutted everything, pulled the old shower insert, so we're gonna get a new modern insert, replace the toilet, all the fixtures, vanities, lights, and flooring. Because we replaced the
Carpet.
all the floor, yeah, the carpet up here with the flooring, and we'll roll that right in there. New doors, new fur 2-panel doors. Light fixtures. We did the light fixtures as well, the sconces. So we replaced these guys here with porcelains. Just updating everything. Looks so much nicer.
Yeah, it's nice to finally have it done.
So I've got to go and pick up the shower insert. I might do that today, get all the stuff together, and then we'll put that in, and we'll show you the after once we have that. This should take us probably, I'd say, three, 4 days.
It depends on how tired we are.
Yeah.
We might need a couple of days.
How much we work on it.
Of the rest of the world and life to do.
Yeah, and what I've showed you doesn't even include the stuff we've done outside, all of the mowing and the planting and all that. So it's been, I mean, we've been at it hard for what, 10 days?
Well, longer than that.
2 weeks?
Longer than
Yeah, and I just haven't had time to do videos because it takes so much time to drag the tripod and such around. So that's it. All right, anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I need to go and get some paperwork done.
All right, well, Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep us in your prayers. More content to come. There is going to be an end to this. Forthcoming.